I'm looking for the classic ASL. Love a good ASL. Love it. All
Mhm.
right. You're gonna be guessing. Okay. There's two people in the story, but it's one gender. Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense. And
Yep.
then so you're catching the ASL and then a type of pet. Got it?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. So, when two roommates moved in together in 2022, they both cared for one of the roommates' pets. This pet's name was Gary. Later on, one of the roommates went to tackle a home renovation project. During this time, the other roommate offered to care for Gary, right? So, one of the roommates had Gary and then had to go do a home renovation project. So the other roommate was like, hey, I'll watch Gary while you're gone. Right? However, shortly after, the roommate doing the home renovation learned that the other roommate had changed Gary's last name at the vet and added themselves to Gary's microchip information,
Oh.
making it seem as if they were Gary's owner. The
Ooh.
two roommates argued that the one said the vet did that, they didn't do it, they did it on their own, yada yada yada, and that the one roommate was only trying to protect Gary by adding their name to the emergency information. But when it was time to move out of their apartment, who was the real owner? So later on, this resulted in a the one roommate sued the other roommate to the tune of $20,000,
Okay.
and the
What?
court and the
And
court
ownership
ruled
of
in
Gary.
favor and the court ruled in favor of the the roommate that did the home renovation. They ruled in favor of that roommate saying that they had originally bought the cat.
Oh, you gave
So
us the pet.
fuck, damn it,
So
saying
yeah,
that.
I have a
Yeah,
question. Did
talk
they
to me.
put the cat in the middle? Did the judge ask that the cat be brought into the courtroom, have each person sit on the other side of the room, and they put the
Do the
cat in the
cat?
middle
Do the
You
cat
know
and
what
knows
say,
too?
they didn't, right? But what they did offer to do is that they brought the cat in, and then the judge said, "You know what? Neither of you can have it. I'm going to cut the cat in half, and you can have one half, and you can have the other." And then the one roommate
Ooh.
said, "Yeah, no problem." And then the other one was like, "No, no, don't cut Gary, no."
Well, King Solomon action there.
You
Very
like that
wise.
one? Little
Very, very,
biblical.
very wise.
Also, shout out my godson. He's getting communion this year. Big
Oh
money
boy.
holiday for your boy. He's gonna be raking it in. He's got his first reconciliation coming up. He's doing it up, man. So yeah, he's part of the tribe. Little hint on location. Want to hit on location?
"Yeah,
Yeah.
NFC team that lost today. Little hint on
Oh.
location.
Okay. So we got some locational hints. So
And I
we're still.
fucked it on the fucking pet
all
like a
right."
Yeah.
So
fucking
Matt let
should.
the cat out of the bag. All right.
Yeah.
So we know it's a cat.
We
Look,
know it's a cat.
Schmigley!
Beautiful,
Ah!
Liam.
Ah!
Beautiful.
All
You
right.
dirt dogging son of a gun, you! Oh, that was good.
All
Woo!
right. So
So
we're talking Minnesota. We're talking New York. We're talking Philadelphia. We're talking Arizona. And we're talking New Orleans, right? That sound about
this
right?
has a Philadelphia feel to it. I don't know why. I just picture two like hipster chicks living in Philly together, and they're fighting over this cat. I don't know. Call me
I think this
crazy,
is.
but that's what it feels like to me.
I also think female. I'm
Yeah.
leaning female on this one.
Yeah,
I'm
only
thinking
two
female.
females are fighting this hard over a cat, correct?
20 G's, 20 G's.
Yeah,
You've
or even
never heard
thinking to
men fight this
microchip a
hard
cat.
over some pussy?
Yeah. These two lesbians take their pussy very seriously.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
I like Philly. I like
No,
Philly
you
for
don't.
this. I love Philly.
You
I love
love to
everything
hate it.
about Philly except for one thing.
The
That
people.
no, the people are great as long as they're
Are
not doing
they?
that fucking chant.
Which one?
Which
The
now
Super Bowl
not only
champion chant?
not only the one that my son does before his soccer games, but the one I got a video of my daughter doing in her preschool class the other day,
Ooh,
and
yeah,
Very
both
cool.
they both hit me with it in the car today as I was
they do.
spending
Yeah,
tons of money
They
on them
sound
all
like
day
great
long.
kids.
they
Yeah,
sound.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they're being raised right. We know
I
that.
actually told my son. My son was like, "What if I wanted to be an Eagles fan?" And I was like, "You could be an Eagles fan." He's like, "Well, what if I wanted to be a Cowboys fan?" And I was like, "You cannot be a Cowboys fan."
No,
He
you
was like,
cannot.
"Okay, all right."
No.
I was like, "You live in Reading. You live close to Philly. If you want to be a Birds fan, you and I have something to fight about for the rest of our lives. We'll get there." But there is absolutely no way on this planet that you could be a Cowboys fan. And he was like,
That's
That's good
"Why?"
fair.
parenting there, Burn. That's
He's like,
what
"Why?"
a father does.
And I was like,
No,
because
that's very
they're
fair.
the worst. They have the worst fans, and they're only marginally better than the Giants.
Also, you don't want to be a cunt your whole life, son.
Exactly. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. So we like females. We like Philly. We know it's a cat, and now we need ages. Um,
I'm thinking, see, this is where it gets tough.
yeah,
Okay.
because
'Cause
20-year-olds, 25-year-olds aren't going to file the $20,000
or have
lawsuit,
the money for the microchipping, probably all
or
that.
be leaving to do a home renovation project. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah, you're
mean?
right. So now we're
This is a
getting
very
into
lesbian. This is a very older lesbian story. Like I think 40-year-old,
yeah,
like lesbians in their 40s.
yeah. Let's go 40s because
Let's
they're
go
doing
40s.
renovation. Yeah, that's safe.
Do you want to age bracket?
35 to 40, I
Yeah,
guess.
35. Let's go. We always go 10 years on them. So let's go 35 to 45. That's 35 to 45.
Okay. Yeah, that works. I
All
like that.
right, so
Either
give me your
that or they're in
final
their, or
guess.
it's either 35 to 45 or like 55 to 65. But let's go 45 to 35. So 35 to 45 females, the
Yeah,
city
we
that
got
never
some
sleeps,
Philly
Philadelphia.
hipster broads
And
doing some renovations and they're fighting over the cat. I love it.
yeah, and Gary the cat. Yeah, by the
Yeah.
way, great name for a pet. Gary's a great name for a cat.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, here we go. So, when two Philadelphia roommates, Jessica
Nice.
Yang, age 33, and Nicole
Oh,
DiNardo, age 31. So you're definitely right.
close. We're
No
close.
shaved pits, no bras, the whole thing. They moved in together in 2022. They both cared for Yang's cat Gary. Later,
Mm-hmm.
as Yang tackled a home renovation project, DiNardo offered to care for Gary. However, Yang learned that DiNardo had changed Gary's last name at the vet and added herself to his microchip information, making it seem as if it was his owner. DiNardo argued that the vet's office made the name change on their own and she was only trying to protect him by adding her name to the emergency information. Still, she and Yang clashed when it was time to move out of their apartment about who was the real owner. She said, I was unfit to be a pet owner, Yang said. In December 2024, Yang sued DiNardo to the tune of $20,000. And on November 5th, the court ruled in favor of Yang because she had originally bought the cat. I just hope he's okay and he still has all the things he needs and is living a good life, DiNardo said. So there you go. Couple of dykes arguing over pussy, huh?
Can we just say, if you're an unfit cat owner, you are pretty much like unfit for society. You know what I
Right?
mean? Like that means you're just not cleaning a litter box or
Right.
filling
People
a
go
bowl one day or
people go
filling a
away
little.
for whole weekends and they just cats are smart enough to just eat when they're hungry. Like a
Yeah.
dog will eat all of their food and get sick and throw up. Cats are
Yeah.
smart enough to just eat when they're hungry and then leave the rest. Like
Uh huh.
they
Yeah.
they're an apex predator for Christ's sakes. Like
Yeah.
they're fine. They don't need us at all. They suckered us. Can you imagine if the judge ruled that you were an unfit cat owner? Like, do you have to
Honestly,
register somewhere?
you need to do some deep soul searching then and really reevaluate your life if somebody tells you you are an unfit cat owner.
Dude,
Wow.
how much were these two like they were definitely a couple before and
Yes.
then it was a bad breakup, and now
Yes.
like the one sued the other one over a cat.
That's exactly what this sounds like. Yeah.
Well, the one
Yeah.
who sued, though, was the one. It sounds like Yang owned the cat, got into the relationship, they moved in together, and DiNardo was the one who was sneaky, like, I'm going to sneak my name on the vet stuff. And then when they broke up, took the cat, and Yang was like, bro, that's my cat. You did all that stuff behind my back.
So that's what honestly sold me on the, like, that it had to be females. No two dudes are going to these lengths to, like, okay, I'm going to make this my cat and I'm going to go behind your back and change the name. Like, no male is doing that with, like, pets, dude. No shot.
Maybe not even kids. Guys don't even claim their own kids a lot of the time. You know what I mean? Like, let alone cats. That's, well, I think it sounds like DiNardo got what she deserved. She lost her cat and 20 G's for trying to steal a cat, right? I mean,
yeah.
Trying to steal cats, trying to steal a pet is pretty low. You know, that's pretty low class.
And listen, I get it, right? When I lived in Fairmount, I had a dog named Bowie. I think I had 17 different roommates over the 7 years I lived there. He belonged to all of them a little bit. He had different experiences. Timmy and Gorman would take him frisbee golfing. I'd be walking Bowie down the street, people I didn't even know. I'd be like, "What's up, Bowie?" I'd be like, "You know that guy? Oh, you don't talk." But like, if one of them like changed his chip and tried to move out, and I'd be like, "Yo, that's my dog, man. Like, I brought him here, and he's for the world to enjoy." But like,
and I feel like two dudes would be like, you know what? I fucking hate his guts, but you don't do that to somebody, dude. You don't try to steal someone's pet. That's
take their
up.
pet, or you just settle it in the parking lot. Like, all right, winner takes the cat. You know what I mean? Like, no holds barred, 2 3-minute rounds. Winner gets Gary. Fair is fair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Liam, I think we sniffed that one out, but we got a little help from Matt with the location and the pet.
You guys did pretty good, though. Pretty good.